Rotax Max Senior Championship leader Ferenc Kangsar was the fastest man in qualifying for the third and final round of the 2011 Central Eastern European Karting Championship at Gotthard Stadium in Hungary. There was the second place man on the grid, Mark Ferenc, in the 130 kart, which is a great surprise. Third on the grid was Viest Janko in kart 141. And in fourth position, the Pole, Karol Dabski, in number 152. One of the two great Slovenian drivers of the category, Matej Jurkovic, starts the semi-final from fifth position. And as the race got underway, it's very, very difficult into that first corner, but they all managed to make it through safely. Despite the large number of karts taking the start, there was no change towards the front of the starting order. But towards the lower reaches of the top 10, there was a collision. The 155 car of Atus Janos colliding with Sandor Jakab in the 128 car. Both of them rejoined the race, but Andreas Rabasic didn't. He takes off his helmet. His race is over. He was the only retirement from the race on this opening lap, though. A few other skirmishes down the field, but on the whole, very well behaved. You can see then that moving out in the lead early on, Ferenc Kangsar with a great scrap developing behind. Mark Ferenc is still in that second position. You can see them as they come around this left-hander. The first man to flash through your shot will be the leader, Ferenc Kangsar. There he is, comfortably out in front. But Mark Ferenc is second, followed by Matej Jurkovic in third position. Fourth position, one of the strongest men off the start. It's the other Slovenian, Sandro Lukovic. He started this race from the midfield, but now is up with the leading group. Whilst Ferenc Kangsar has a very strong lead out the front of this race, he also has a strong lead in the championship, leading the category after winning every single race. Karol Dabski in second place has finished second in every race, so the gap is only 8 points between them. And as I've already mentioned, Sandro Lukovic holds third position in the championship, but he's some 21 points adrift. The field was still fairly bunched together, which is quite unusual, and there were some great battles going on. Here's the battle between Marcin Kopowski and Arpad Fodor. The Hungarian driver a little bit too aggressive, and they touch, and unfortunately the Pole, Kopowski, was sent flying off into the grass. Manages to rejoin the race, but a long way down towards the back of the field, as you can see. Here's a look at the replay. It's Kopowski in the 179 car, and the Hungarian Arpad Fodor alongside him, side by side down into the right-hander, and you can see there's just a touch of wheels there. And really, the unfortunate man in all of that was Andreas Jakas. He was the Polish driver there, you could see, severely damaged his kart. Still no change out at the front. It was Ferenc Kangsar leading the way, Mark Ferenc in second position, but he was closely followed by Slovenian Jurkovic. Not quite close enough to make any attempts at passing, but Lukovic himself was facing some problems with Karol Dabski getting closer and closer to him. As they come through the right-hander out towards the final corner on the circuit. The same cannot be said here, though, because a great move from Sandor Jakab overtaking Liska Jasmin. Perfect move from the Slovakian driver to gain that position. There were plenty of great battles going on further down the field. This one over 8th position. Hungarian Oliver Juszas holding it at the moment. He is closely followed by the Pole, Rafał Berdych. Juszas, of course, being a local man, knew the lines pretty well around this circuit, and he closes the overtaking opportunities whenever Berdych tried to get a look through as they came round to start another lap. Still, Berdych running in 9th behind Juszas in 8th place. Still nothing had changed up at the front. Ferenc Kangsar leading the way comfortably. His compatriot Mark Ferenc safe in second position, and also Matej Jurkovic was comfortable in third spot. It wasn't over behind though. This three-way battle for fourth place capturing everyone's attention. Lukovic leading it, chased by Karol Dabski and Janko Weist. Dabski really needing to make an overtake because his main challenger for the championship lead was out leading this race and would soon be winning this race. The checker flag fell for Ferenc Kangsar, his 5th victory of the season, and he still has a 100% record in the Central Eastern European Kart Championships. He climbs on to the top step of the podium. Alongside him, Mark Ferenc can be over the moon with this second place, by far his best result of the year. He's barely had top 10 results so far. Jurkovic gets third position, which is his second best position of the season. The gap between Kangsar and Dabski increases to 12 points in the overall championship, while Jurkovic managed to overtake Weist in the standings.